You're just setting yourself up for disappointment. Pornography. Am I right? This looks like a seasoned group. Maybe I better back up. I'm burning some bridges tonight, so give me a little latitude here. I have a secret. It's a secret I kept for 25 years. Just told my wife this weekend. I'm not a nice guy. I'm not a good person. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna let you merge in traffic, I'm gonna hold the door for you, I pay my taxes, I'm relatively law-abiding. But I have a problem with authority. Big problem with authority. Like this whole light system, man. This is, you know. And I'm passive aggressive. So, I worked in the film and video industry for 30 plus years. A lot of documentary, a lot of news, movies, 60 Minutes, Frontline, all that sort of stuff. And after a while, it occurred to me that I was going to be spending my life in and among the rich and the famous and the powerful, in their homes, in their offices. And I thought, it's quite an opportunity. What to do, what to do. And it came to me, pornography. Some of you are probably old enough to remember when porn was primarily a print medium. And in the back of all the old skin mags, they had a classified section where they had little ads for every conceivable type of sex toy you could imagine, every size, every shape, every use, and ads for whatever fetish you were into, if it pierced or pinched or made you dress up like a pony or whatever, there was an ad for it in the back of these magazines. And they were small, they were like 2 inches by an inch, so I cut a whole bunch of them out. And I put them in a little pouch in my wallet. And I waited. Didn't have to wait too long, an opportunity presented itself. I was in the office of a CEO of a major chemical company, and we were making a video, and he was explaining to his shareholders how the recent chemical spill and environmental debacle would not impact the stock value. So while I was adjusting a few things on his desk for the camera, I just happened to slip into his executive calendar an ad for a giant black dildo. And I like to think that somewhere along the line his snotty little assistant found it and bought it for him, thinking that he wanted it. And then one day I was at a NORAD missile facility. We were in a room that looked like people hadn't been in there since the Cold War, and there was a corkboard and a bunch of things on the corkboard going back to the 60s. So now underneath all of that is an ad for a penis enlarger. And I was in a hospital in New York City, and in the scrub room next to the OR, there was a corkboard that had a bunch of different religions and the various taboos they have about childbirth, what the doctors could and could not do, what you could do with an Orthodox Jew, what you couldn't do with a Muslim, with a Greek Orthodox, and so on. There was a category for Roman Catholic, but there were no rules. It just said grab and pull. And now there's a little ad for a French tickler. So we're doing an interview with Cardinal Bevilacqua out at his residence on City Line Avenue. And did an interview, and he had a lovely little library, and there was this beautiful 400-year-old Latin book of Catholic teachings, and it now has a bookmark that says Spanish Fly. And they weren't all memorable, but there was one. It was in the White House. The chief of staff had just resigned. We were doing an interview, kind of an exit interview, where the producer thought it'd be interesting to interview the chief of staff in front of the 12 boxes of high security information that were going to the National Archives. And I thought, wow, this is quite an opportunity to go to prison. And I thought about it. Then they wanted to get a shot of the chief of staff walking out the door. So the cameraman, the chief of staff, and the producer left, me alone, in the room with 12 boxes going to the National Archives and a little tiny ad for a giant double dildo. What to do, what to do. Thank you very much.